Hello everybody, welcome to Mother Rabbit's Kitchen. Tonight we are making dinner and I'm doing something that I've never ever done before. It's an experiment, but I have heard about it being done before and I think it might just be crazy enough to work. I love a good baked pasta dish like baked ziti. I don't like ziti noodles, but because they're too smooth. I like a textured noodle. So like baked penne, but made like baked ziti, some sauce and meat and cheese, and so delicious. What I don't like about making it is having to boil the pasta, drain the pasta. You've got pots and strainers and dishes, and then you're baking, and it's just like, it looks like you cooked 5 dinners just to get this one casserole of pasta. So we're gonna fix that. And we are going to use a Dutch oven. I'm gonna brown the meat, make the sauce in here, and then I'm gonna put the pasta directly in, the dried pasta, directly in, and then add a little extra water, and then bake it, and then finish it off with some cheese and kind of turn it into the baked penne. I think it's just crazy enough to work, so let's try it. So the other thing about this dish that is really simple and is just kind of going along with this theme that I've been embracing for the last couple of years probably, and leaning into it more and more, is trying to cook with things that I already have in my house and always keeping my kitchen and my pantry well stocked with things that don't go bad too quickly, so I can kind of like pull them out of the fridge at the end of the week or the next week and go, hey, what do I want to cook today? One of those items is this grass-fed ground beef. It's in an airtight package, which allows, I can't remember when I bought this, but it was several weeks ago and it is going to expire next week. But if you can get ground beef that's not frozen and it can sit in your fridge for a couple of weeks, so you don't have to only buy it when you want to use it that day or the next day, it can sit in your fridge. And when you're thinking, what do I want to make for dinner? I don't feel like going to the grocery store. I don't feel like thinking of all the things I want to buy. It's like, just grab this out of the fridge and make something with it. You can make so much with this. Meatballs, burgers, sloppy joes, meat sauce, like awesome. I actually have a couple of more of these in my fridge, and I looked at the expiration. I'm like, oh, it is expiring next week, so I should, come up with a couple of things to do with it. Maybe next time it'll be like sloppy joes. Okay, so I got my meat. So I actually didn't go shopping for any ingredient that I'm using. Everything I already had in my house. The only thing technically I put in my Walmart order was the mozzarella cheese. I do have another brand of mozzarella cheese in my fridge from when they substituted Kraft mozzarella, and it's just been sitting there because I just can't get on board with using Kraft mozzarella cheese, but I also hate wasting food, so it's still sitting in my fridge. So any suggestions on what to do with this mozzarella? I don't know, feed it to the dog or something. But, so I did buy this. Technically, I already had mozzarella. So you can make this dish if you kind of keep some items on hand. Of course, we've got our pasta here. I got this at a specialty shop. What I love about it is an Italian 100% whole wheat pasta, but it tastes really good. It doesn't taste like that cardboard whole wheat pasta that you get at the regular grocery store. So we're gonna go with some of that. I just have a can of tomato sauce and a can of crushed tomatoes. Here, I'm gonna make the sauce with just the meat, some garlic, some Italian seasoning, and then the tomato sauce. And then I'm gonna mix in some ricotta mixture that has been in my freezer for I don't know how long. It was left over from 2 different times, hence the different containers here. Or it might be the same time, I just couldn't fit it all in. I don't know, it was a long time ago. But I made a lasagna, so I have this ricotta mixture that I believe is a mixture of ricotta and Greek yogurt. Tastes so good in lasagna or baked pasta dishes. So it's ricotta with a little bit of Greek yogurt. There's some Italian seasoning in here, an egg, and some cheese, like some mozzarella cheese or something like that. So this is really simple. If you don't have anything all mixed up together like this and you have some ricotta in your fridge, just grab that, maybe season it with a little salt and Italian seasoning, and that'll be great. So this will come in at the end. But the first thing I'm gonna focus on is browning my meat and then doing my garlic and seasoning and then some sauce, and then we'll go from there. I have my Dutch oven heating up to pretty much high, like medium high, and I turned on my oven to 400 because I want this to go quicker than slower. My kids are going to get hungry soon. So I have this getting pretty hot. Something smells weird and I don't know what it is. Probably something from before this. I don't know. Okay, everything looks good. Nothing's on fire. So we're good. Okay, so into my Dutch oven, I'm just going to put a drizzle of olive oil in preparation for browning the meat. And I'm gonna take my 2 pounds here. So this is 1 pound and I have another packet. I like to get my pot or pan that I brown meat in really, really hot. Okay, it's smoking, so I have to go faster. Okay, I'm gonna salt, season my beef well on one side before putting it in. Season it really well like that. I'm gonna flip it over, place it in. So that sizzle. Some salt on this one. Place that one in too. Ow.
Mama, what you making, Mama?
While this is browning, I'm gonna season the meat on the other side. Season it really well. I can smell that it's caramelizing on the bottom side, and I have the heat on pretty high, so I'm gonna look and see if it needs to be split. Browning nicely on that first side. Flip the other one over and let that brown on the other side. While that's happening, I'm going to start chopping up my garlic. I just went with a whole head of garlic here. I feel like the more garlic, the better when you're making a sauce. At this point, you could also add in fun things like diced carrots or zucchini. You could add kale or spinach to something like this. I actually do have carrots. I just don't really feel like getting them out and spending the time to get them in here. So I'm just going for something quick and simple. Zucchini and carrots are kind of my go-to with hiding vegetables and sauces. Moving this around a little bit, making sure we're not sticking. I like to get a flat-edged wooden spoon so I can really kind of ski across and scoop up anything that is, it's kind of like a scraper for your car in the winter. Just get anything off. So I'm gonna, yeah, I have the heat on like medium-ish high, medium towards high. So I'm just gonna let that continue browning. I'm gonna get my garlic chopped and throw that in just for a minute. Garlic is pretty well chopped. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. Just going to pop it in there. Turn the heat down so the garlic doesn't burn. Give it a stir. Chop up that meat a little bit. Shaking the camera, so it's also on the stove. It smells so good already. I mean, couldn't you just eat that, like ground beef and garlic? Maybe some like sourdough and butter on the side? I'd be good with that. We're gonna add a little bit more to it and make it even that much better, but I'm good with that for dinner. All right, I've got my heat up at medium. I'm gonna put in my sauces. Okay, so I've got a can of tomato sauce, which does have a little seasoning in it already. And this can of crushed tomatoes with tomato puree. You just grab whatever you have. If you have like a pre-jarred sauce, like an actual seasoned sauce, that's fine too. You could put a little wine in here if you wanted to. You could put, so I'm gonna add water to allow the pasta to absorb and cook from that dried pasta state, but you could also add chicken stock if you have that fresh. I think I have some chicken stock in my freezer. It's frozen. I can't deal with all that. So I'm just gonna do water. I usually put this in onto the meat before I add the sauce, but I forgot, so I'm putting it in now. Just some Italian seasoning. I seasoned the meat really well, and that can of tomato sauce does have salt in it, so I'm not gonna put any salt in the sauce right now. I am gonna taste it first and see what it needs. It might need a little salt, it might need a little bit of sugar or honey. It is so good already. It is so good. It tastes so fresh. Canned tomato sauce. It tastes so fresh. It tastes like tomatoes. It's so good. I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Do I want to put sugar in it? I usually do put sugar in my sauce. It just doesn't really feel like it needs it. Just the tiniest bit of sugar. That's probably like a teaspoon. Tastes really good the way it is. Okay, now technically we need to add extra salt because think about when you boil pasta, what do you boil it in? Water and salt. If you're not boiling your pasta in salted water, you're doing it all wrong. Stop, okay? Add salt, lots of salt to your pasta water. So we are going to mimic the salted pasta water by adding the water on top of the pasta and stirring in some extra salt as well. How much? I don't know. This is where I'm gonna be guessing a little bit. I'm gonna taste it. You want it to be like a little saltier than you would want a sauce to be because the pasta is gonna absorb a lot of that salt and kind of balance that out a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna grab my pasta and put my pasta in, then determine how much water I wanna add. Yeah. Put the pasta in, stir it around. It looks good already. All right, the trick that I've heard is to put enough water in so that it just covers everything. Would you say that's covering everything? I would say that's probably, maybe a little more. Okay, that's definitely covering everything. Now I'm just gonna salt it like I would salt pasta water. Like that. I'm gonna stir it up together. Looks really good, just looks like a watery pasta sauce. If you had fresh herbs, you could put them in here, fresh basil or oregano, which I don't. Okay, now I'm gonna grab my ricotta mixture and I'm just gonna kind of like dot the top and just gently stir it in. Smells really good. To stir or not to stir? Just gonna give like a gentle stir there. Still has like a swirl to it. Okay, that is it. That seems too easy. I'm suspicious. I'm gonna put the top on. I'm gonna turn my stove off. And I'm gonna put it in a 400-degree oven. I'm gonna check on it in like 20 minutes and see where we are. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh. Whoa, it's heavy. There we go. 20 minutes. We'll see where we are. 20-minute timer just went off. I just wanna take a look at it. It probably needs more time, but I'm gonna taste one of the noodles and see what's happening here. Feels good, it feels thicker. I can feel that the pasta is not anywhere near cooked through yet, but I'm gonna taste one. I'm gonna taste one nonetheless and see what's happening. Tastes really good, but nowhere near cooked. I'm gonna put on, about to choke on it. It's like not even close to being soft. I'm gonna put it on another 20 minutes. See what happens. It's just really, really heavy. Oh. Another 20 minutes has passed. Let's check on the pasta again. Get my pasta going. All right, let's see. Oh, look how thick that is. Look how thick that is. All right, looking good. Okay, okay, I'm loving this. Okay, let's taste it.
So is dinner ready?
Probably in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
Mmm.
Mom, can I have a taste?
Can I have a taste? The pasta is really good. I would say it probably didn't need the whole 40 minutes. I would say maybe like 35 to 37.
Mom.
It's just really, really hot, so I'm blowing on it for you. But it tastes amazing. Is it good? Awesome. He loves it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is just sprinkle some mozzarella.
hot.
It is a little hot. I'm gonna sprinkle some mozzarella cheese on top and bake it for just a few more minutes. I'm gonna leave the lid off so the cheese can get a little bit, I don't know, golden brown and things. So I'm gonna put this back in. Also, it'll make it a little bit lighter when putting the pot in. Keeping it at 400 and setting a timer for 5 minutes.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks so good. And it's still really heavy. This looks so perfect. I cannot believe this. I've gone 42 and a half years without ever baking my pasta without boiling it. This is life-changing. I'm gonna live the next 42 years doing it this way.
42?
At least. Yeah, this was like so easy.
Oh, good. You think it'll like taste the same?
I think it'll taste amazing. I already tasted the pasta.
Oh,
It
good.
tastes perfect.
Oh, great.
Here, this is for you and Jaina. Yeah. There you have it. I hope that helped you discover a new way to make baked pasta dishes. I hope you make it. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you next time.